Hey guys, it's GMAN here, and welcome back to another movie review. Today we're reviewing the Solo Leveling a ReAwakening movie slash recap. Yeah, I'm gonna have some honest words about this one. So if you guys did not know, Solo Leveling is doing their early release of season 2. Now usually with these kind of things, they'll release some new episodes of a new season to an anime like they did for Mob Psycho, which was very good. Now Solo Leveling on the other hand is kind of in a weird spot. Like, what they did with the first like hour and a half is just do an anime recap, and you could probably make the same assumption I'm under, is like, why do they do that? Because like, if you're going to see a sequel to an anime, you should already know what's going to be happening with the previous season, so you shouldn't expect their anime recap. So that was kind of annoying. Like, we got episode 1 and 2 released of the second season, which was fantastic, but it just seemed weird that they did an anime recap for the first like hour and a half, because the movie we got there at 10, we got like 30 minutes of like ads and stuff, which was BS. Then when we got into the film, we literally had to sit around till 11:38, and keep in mind I was keeping track of time during this whole process, and at 11:38 we finally got into the season 2 content. Now getting into that, I will say was very good. We got the focus on the ice elves and some other stuff with that. I'm not gonna go too deep into spoiler territory. However, if you are looking for the second season and you've read the manga, you probably have an idea of how good it could possibly be. And to answer that question, it was really freaking good. Besides the unnecessary recap, it was absolutely freaking fantastic. We got to see our boy with Idris doing their actual fights. We also get to see the Shadow Army fight, which was nice. And then we also got on top of that too to see how everything works with Iron. If you know who Iron is, you know who Iron is. They had some comedy with it, but it wasn't like anything great. It was more like after the fights. And then we got to introduce some new characters later that are S-rank hunters. And you probably know, everything about it was like awesome. The fight scenes, the choreography, dude, nothing was really bad. Because my problem with the first season of Solo Leveling was not the animation or the quality of the anime, it was actually the pacing. Because every time they ended off an episode, it was pretty much the worst possible time to end off the episode. Just never made any practical sense. Like, for example, here, first episode of Solo Leveling, we get him going to double dungeon, we get him unlocking his abilities, but instead of him unlocking the become a player, they show him about to die, and then you transition next episode on that part where he's gonna die and stuff. And I don't get that. Like, they could have ended off the first episode of the original season 1 with him cutting out, dying, then accepting to be a player. Then just imagine at the end of the episode, you just see a hospital bed and a window flying back, or like the window curtain flying back and forth with an eerie just quietness, because you're wondering now what happens in episode 2. And they didn't do that with the first episode in season 1. I feel like they could have done the timing better for every episode, because like the pacing was just bad for the first season. So I'm really curious to see how season 2 does the pacing. In the actual movie we went to watch, it was really freaking good. It was really freaking good how they ended off the episodes. Now keep in mind, they didn't do any like intro for the movie, or they didn't do any cutscenes like in between the episodes and stuff. Some music, but it was more part of the movie than anything else, and there wasn't any awkward pauses and stuff like that. When you got into the actual fights for the season 2, it was like all together and like actually worked, which was really cool to see. My only issue now is I'm curious to see like how the quality holds up for the rest of the season, because my big thing with it is I feel like season 2 of Solo Leveling should make up for the mistakes of season 1, and where that is going to be mostly is going to be the fight animations, and also is going to be where the actual pacing is. If they can fix those two things, I think this anime can be absolutely amazing for the second season. The first season was good. I don't feel like it was amazing until like the halfway through the actual season, until we got to a point where he got his skill change quest. Well, that was the only time I feel like the anime actually was fantastic. So hopefully season 2 can fix those issues, making it significantly better. Like, let me know what you guys think about season 1. Do you guys think it was good or bad? Let me know in the comments down below your honest thoughts. Personally, with me, I think it was good. Pacing was terrible, but besides that though, it ended off really strong. Now another thing I wanted to go over, just kind of just me ranting for a little bit here, I don't feel like Solo Leveling the anime has really lived up to the expectations of the manga or light novel, and I feel like that's just blatantly the case of the actual episodes of this anime so far. Because yeah, and I actually got an interesting thought from my brother, because me and my brother went to this film, right? He was just as mad as I was. The first like hour and a half was like literally a recap, but he literally told me after the car ride back an interesting idea, that Solo Leveling should have been a series of movies. Now imagine each season of Solo Leveling or arc was a part of a movie. I feel like what he was saying makes a lot more sense, just because one, it would fix the pacing issues, plus there's a lot going on, and I feel like the anime just does everything way too quick, so making it in a movie format significantly better, and I feel like it would make sense. I'm curious now if we're ever gonna get a future where some animes will only have movies. like how Star Wars did it with their sequels, where we could see like an anime have exactly that. I feel like that would be a really cool premise for an idea. The question is, what anime could really do that right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that's an interesting concept to think about though. But yeah, besides that though, everything else about the movie was good. Now, would I recommend people going out there to see the new Solo Leveling ReAwakening film? I would not recommend it to anyone going out there, because you're gonna first of all only really get around like 40 minutes of an actual what you paid for. And on top of that too, you're gonna spend like an hour and 30 minutes just being annoyed. But I will say, if you are a hardcore Solo Leveling fan and you are looking for a second season, you don't want to have to wait, then I do recommend going to see it, besides all the other unnecessary crap we got. But yeah, that's my honest review of Solo Leveling ReAwakening movie. Let me know what you guys think about my review in the comments down below. If you liked it, let me know by smashing the like button. If you didn't like my honest review, feel free to smash that dislike button, and get subscribed to some future anime reactions, because later here we'll be reacting to actually Elf in Another World. Then on top of that, we got 100 Girlfriends That Really Love Me season 2, so we got that. And on top of that too, ReZero will be continuing, so if you don't miss any of those anime reactions, definitely get subscribed. But I'll see you for now on. GMAN out.